Well, hello there, motherfuckers. And it's been a while since I've done a music review or talked about music, so we're gonna do that right here, right now. So Metallica just released about 2 weeks ago. I didn't get a chance to talk about it yet. A new song and an announcement that we've got a new album on the way. Now we haven't heard anything from Metallica since like 2013 when they released the Lords of Summer, which was a little demo. It was not bad. It was not good. People hated it mostly, and like I said, I'm a Metallica fan through and through. I find something to like in almost everything they do. I don't think that they're sellouts. I appreciate that they had a lot of different styles of music that they wanted to try out, and well, here's the thing. Does it really make you a sellout because you want to attempt to make more money by offering up different types of music? I think that that's actually a pretty, good strategy. If you were in the music business and you wanted to try to make some coin, which is why, you do it because you love music. Obviously, you don't get into a career like music because you hate it and you just want to make money. Maybe some people do that, if you're good at it and everything. But music is usually something that you have to get good at. Whether you have a talent for it or not, you have to awaken that talent by, practicing and putting in a lot of hard hours and not, per day to perfecting that craft. And you have to discover your style because some people may be good at one particular style and they might not even know what style that is that they would be good at. So it's very important to adapt, to discover and explore music and find out what works for you. And I always wonder, like, do certain artists really like the type of music they perform, or they're just performing the music, in order to profit from it? And a lot of times you can tell that by a passionate, energetic performance through concerts. One that I recently went to was Toxic Holocaust. Those who have me on social media saw that's a band that really enjoys what they do. They're going for a sound that doesn't sound commercial. It's not something, that would be easily marketable. And it's a band that, well, and I'm going to be doing a list of bands that are not really like massively popular. I mean, some of them have had some mainstream success. Some of them have had a lot of mainstream success, but might not be heard by the commoners. So I'm going to be doing a list on that eventually. But anyway, talking about that, a lot of people accuse Metallica of selling out. Some people say that they have sold out. Um, let's be honest, people have been complaining since Ride the Lightning, with songs like Fade to Black. Some people wanted some people wanted to have Metallica just be kill 'em all the whole way, just thrash, 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 and not much deviation from that style. I mean, I can appreciate that. Maybe you like thrash metal, and that is your primary source of metal entertainment, and you want to see that particular style throughout all the albums. I totally respect that opinion. It's not much of being a metalhead to really want that one style. I mean, like, it's kind of hard for me to say, like, listen, just to be a fan of one particular style of metal and to call yourself a metalhead is kind of a bit far fetched. There's so many different styles, and the fact that you would only gravitate towards, thrash metal is just, you're missing out on a lot, or, your taste is very, very minor and just very condensed. But people have been complaining with each growing album. But I mean, I think most people agree that, if you're going to be in the Metallica sellout crowd, you're going to go with the Black Album. Now, the album's not really called the Black Album. It's called the Black Album because the cover is black, but it's really just called Metallica. And they call it Metallica probably because this was like a reawakening for the band. Shortly thereafter of releasing this album, they cut their hair and Droves of fans just fucking went, nuts. But many people got drawn in from the outside because Metallica started performing a style that was more marketable, that was, a little bit something more easy for people to digest, that was a little bit less thrashy. It still felt Metallica in its essence, but it was quite different, actually. I mean, let's not lie. I mean, the Black Album was quite different. But I have one friend that I actually attended the Toxic Holocaust concert with. And, you got to hear him a little bit in our Let's Play in Shallows of the Empire. He was having trouble getting into Metallica, and you know, like, he liked them, but it wasn't until he heard the Black Album that he was like, "Wow, this is a great band." And he said that, like, out of all the songs that he listened to, he liked mostly what was on the Black Album, because he just said that there was a lot of variety on that album. He liked the songwriting, he liked the lyrics, he liked the riffs, and he just found it more digestible. Like, he was able to get into it more. And see, that's something that speaks volumes, because many people enjoyed the Black Album, and many of the longtime fans who have been listening since Kill 'Em All enjoyed it as well. But a lot of people who just wanted a certain style, they wanted just for them to keep to that style seemingly forever. Now with Load and Reload, there's a bit more of a deviation, actually a lot more of a deviation from the style that was even seen on the Black Album. And then with Saint Anger, many people totally lost their minds and just, wrote the album off as complete trash. When I actually really enjoy Saint Anger, and I appreciate what was, supposed to be accomplished on that album, which was to get a raw sound. I thought that it sounded really good. I really respect what Metallica tried to do on Saint Anger, and I think a lot of people missed the point of what it was supposed to be like. It wasn't supposed to be this album of amazing production, and it wasn't supposed to be their best songs ever, but it was their best effort in the style they tried to accomplish, and the style was supposed to be a raw, unhinged sound. Now, some people may call it repetitive. Some people might say it was bad songwriting, but I think that there's a lot of songs on Saint Anger that are just really fucking good. Like Invisible Kid, for example. I think that is a standout. Um, and there's Frantic. There's the title track, Saint Anger. And there's just a lot to like about that album, and even talking about it makes me want to listen to it, because I think that the album just accomplished a lot of what it wanted to do. With Death Magnetic, we got a return to form of sorts. It was kind of like a fusion of the Black Album with Metallica of yesteryear, kind of getting a little bit more of that old school, like, not quite Ride the Lightning, but it was thrash. And I was really happy. I really loved Death Magnetic. And there's a lot of people, who liked it, and there's a lot of people who really disliked that album. And a lot of people said that, like, they put it on the same level as Saint Anger. And I call bullshit on that. You said you wanted Metallica of yesteryear. You got Metallica of yesteryear, or a good portion of it anyway. And you still weren't happy even with the improvement. So now we've got the song "Hardwired" by Metallica, and it just got released. And I think that this is a great fucking track. And I think I have to say, this is probably the shortest song Metallica has ever done. It is. The song is only like 3 minutes in length, something like that. It is so fucking short. It almost blew me away, because anybody who knows anything about Metallica knows that most of their albums are like 10 songs long, um, if even. They're very short albums most of the time. I think the most songs that were ever featured on the Metallica album might have been Kill 'Em All. Um, Anyway, the song has got to be the shortest that they've ever done. That was probably not a cover song. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure there will be people to correct me of that in the comments. But this song is definitely a return to form. I feel like it accomplishes the thrashy element It sounds like it belongs on Death Magnetic, but I feel like it even sounds a little bit more different than that. It's definitely a thrash song. It's well put together. The lyrics probably make more sense than any Metallica song in recent years. It's obviously a song about the current perils we're facing, of everything being complete lawlessness, things just being getting so out of hand, in society and the government and in politics, and that's pretty much what they're discussing here. And I've kind of got a bit of a Testament vibe there. Usually that's Testament, who by the way is also releasing an album in October. And I think it's actually October 18th. So it's November 18th for Metallica, and I think October 18th for Testament with the Brotherhood of the Snake, who, by the way, also released a new song, and it's great as well. Maybe we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, I gotta say that this is a song that I really liked, and the new album is going to be called "Hardwired to Self Destruct." So it's a little bit of a prolonged title of this track. I guess you could call that somewhat of a title track. Um, and yeah, I really like the placement of the solo, and this just sounds like a classic thrash song, and I'm really happy with it. Um, and I think I think this album is going to be a masterpiece. I really think that it's going to be. The only thing that really pisses me the fuck off about Metallica is how long they made us wait for this album. I mean, do people realize that it's going to be like more than 8 years? What was it? September of 2008 that they released Death Magnetic. 8 fucking years, and the fact that Megadeth and Slayer only made us wait a couple of years for those albums. I think that's pretty much inexcusable. Okay, so Slayer made us wait like 5 years between World Painted Blood and the one that they just released right now. I forgot the name. But let's be honest. It, Out of all albums, doesn't Metallica always end up being the most memorable? And even for that, it's just because of the name alone. I mean, the thing is, even the people that hate Saint Anger, they sure spend a lot of time talking about it. See, this is the funny thing that I've noticed. When people hate on something, you notice that a lot of time they'll go back and they'll listen to it, just to hear how bad it is. But the thing is, it's like secretly they like it, but they just want to sound cool and just follow the trend of everybody else hating it. So they're just going to go and listen to it. And secretly, subconsciously, I think that they like it. So, already we have people complaining about Hardwired. And so there you go, guys. What can I say? I think it's a good song. I think it's going to end up being a really good album. And yeah, um, I'm happy for Metallica. It's crazy that they made us wait fucking 8 years. It almost seemed like the way how Kurt Hammett was acting. This was the weirdest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life about this album. They made you knew that they were recording it. Then they were saying, like, somewhere at the beginning of the year, unless the information was false, that they're not really focusing on the album that much. It may or may not. They're like, maybe now, maybe not. And then it was like during the summer, like, Kurt Hammett's like, if the album gets released this year, then it's really meant to be. And I really think that it's like, just say that you're going to release it. That's the one thing that pisses me off about Metallica. With these motherfuckers. It really is. Like, it really fucking pisses me off. It's like, are you going to release it this year or not? You must have some idea. If you already said that the production, the recording is in the bag, you guys are veterans, right? So you pretty much know how to do this shit like that. If they wanted to, they could turn out a new album every year. You know that they could do that. They really don't have to, because they could just tour alone. They never had to release a new album ever again. And, they would have been fine financially. Let's be honest. Look at these motherfuckers. They're fucking touring in Rio de Janeiro, however the fuck you say it. They're all over the fucking place, these guys. They've toured in places that many metal bands have never toured in and never will. Only Metallica has that fucking exclusive access. You've never even seen, like, Van Halen or any of these AC/DC or that might not be a metal band, but you know what I'm saying? Like, these guys have gone places that no other fucking hard rock or metal band has gone before. But my God, it's like they're like they torture their fucking fans. Is what I don't like about them. Kurt Hammett with his fucking nasally, somewhat gay voice. No respect. I love Kurt Hammett, love him, but it just, I don't know, guys. It might be, and that's his real fucking voice. I mean, really, that fucking effeminate voice of his. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It might be released. It might not. I don't know. I'm a starving art. Fuck you. Fuck you, Kurt Hammett. Fuck you and your fucking ass. Fuck you and your talented ass. But my God, it's like, just tell us. They should have just said it at the beginning of the year to get people hyped. It's just like, it's just in August, they just go like, here's the song and here's a release date. And there you go. Leave us the fuck alone. And we're just like, well, thanks for that. But, you know, it would have been nice if you could have been a bit more clear about leading up to this. I mean, I'm not like trying to be a whiny fucking fan because, like, this is a pro Metallica video if you haven't already noticed that. I'm excited for this album. I'm always excited about the band. I love listening to them. I love going back and listening to their albums many, many times, which I really have a lot, as you could tell. But let's be perfectly honest, these motherfuckers are fucked up sometimes. And you know, like, I'll fucking argue that it's the end. I've done a video defending Saint Anger. I believe I even entitled it that. And the thing is, like, I'll even say, like, the guy they have the right to. People were saying they had no right to release Lulu. These guys have contributed so much to metal and to the future of metal and all the other metal acts. They can do whatever the fuck they want. So if they want to release a shitty ass album, they have the right to do so. And they went ahead and they did it. So good for them. They released their fucking shitty ass album. They have every right to do that. But let's be perfectly honest, that album fucking sucked cock. And the thing is, like, what I can't, like, I'm going to end this video already, but the thing is, what I can't help but say is, like, the fact that they put all that effort into a shitty-ass album like Lulu, and they could have actually gave us an amazing Metallica album. Because there's even some riffs on Lulu that I like. Like, even the table, the da-da-da-da-da part, you know, where James is saying, I am the table. Like, that's actually, like, a pretty fucking good part, right? Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to say, but I guess they just really wanted to do something with Lou Reed. And, you know, they looked up to Lou Reed, and they just wanted to do something with him, even if it sounds shitty or not. So I kind of do respect that in a way. And that's what I think a lot of people understand. That I do understand. They want to do an album with Lou Reed, even if it sounds terrible. They still just wanted to say that they did something with Lou Reed because they like Lou Reed. And if they can make a little bit of money off of it, which they did, I don't think it sold that well, but whatever, you know. So anyway, I'm looking forward to Hardwired, to Self-Destruct, and yeah, guys, Metallica.